Hello, everyone. I am here, um, not under very good terms. Hang on, I gotta get up the chat window. I'm here to talk about the pandemic that we're going through. And why? Because this has personally affected my life, and unfortunately, here in LA County, we don't have enough testing for everyone. I'm very sick. I started feeling the tickle in my throat about a week ago. It got progressively worse. It started to feel like fire going down my throat, and it started to completely start going all the way down into my lungs. For the past 3 days, 3 days maybe, I've had a fever of about 99 to 100, and I have burning in my lungs. Sorry, that's my baby. She's here. I have burning in my lungs. I have coughing, obviously, because I can't breathe very well. I am a single mother, and I'm also a property manager. Of my 31 units, multiple people within my property are old. They're immune compromised. I am someone who started the quarantine early. I started quarantine before my child's school even shut down. I took her out of school. I started early. I washed my hands. I did the 91% rubbing alcohol. I didn't do anything without gloves or before making sure I you know, washed before going on. And I still am here talking to you with what I believe is COVID-19. Now, here is my major issue. I called my doctor and I said I need a test. This was after 2 days of fever. I haven't been able to breathe very well. I don't mind. I know I'm gonna live. I know I'm gonna be fine because of my, I happen to be psychic. Luckily, I happen to be psychic. But what is the problem is that I am a property manager, and all of our rents are taken by check. All of the work orders and things are taken by physical indicate. Like, my people in my property need to know if their elderly have been exposed, okay, so they can prepare. I called my doctor. They said they gave me a screening to even to talk to the doctor. This was they said, do you do this? Do you do that? Do you work in a hospice situation? What they didn't ask me is, am I a single mom? Am I a property manager? Do I have other people that could have been infected? You can tell that, I'm not dressed up. There's like swelling in my neck, like everything is bad. And they won't give me a test. So they called me, they screened me, they said you don't qualify for a test because of the CDC guidelines, which is Donald Trump. So if you voted for Donald Trump, fuck you. And also, fuck you if you voted for him, because my city cannot provide me a test. So that was yesterday. So I thought, well, fine, I'm on the 6th day. I'm on the 6th day of this. Maybe it will get better. It has not gotten better. It's gotten worse. I woke up again today. I haven't been able to breathe. I have a fever. The works. You get the idea. I'm not thinking that I'm going to get hurt. I don't think I'm going to get hurt, but I think my neighbors will get hurt. I think I was very careful. When I did the laundry, I sanitized everything. I'm very careful I tried to stop it from coming into my home. And I also, in part, was stopping it from going to their homes, but I am the property manager and rent is coming up. And because of Donald Trump rejecting the tests, and because of Donald Trump's guidelines, I cannot get tested. Well, I wasn't having that for an answer, though, because I am very sick. I'm a single mom. I need to get tested, okay? So I went back and I called them again and I said, I need a second opinion. I want this test. I have a child. I have all these people in my apartments. Thank you so much, Gilgamesh and F. And they said, okay, well, the closest we can schedule you is Monday. So here's the number for the LA County Health Department. So I called the LA County Health Department. They said, are you a single mom? Yes, I'm a single mom. They said, are you this? Are you that? They gave me a screening. They said, even though you have all the symptoms and all of the check marks for it, we don't have the tests. We don't have the tests for you. We just can't test. So they told me that I should call 911 and that I should go, or that I should go to the ER if I'm capable of doing it. There's no testing facilities that I can go to, that I can access in the area. There's nowhere that I can drive up. There's nowhere I can go except for the ER. I'm not going to the ER. You know? They told me to call 911. That's how bad it is. And there's no testing, guys. There's no testing. And so, listen, in America, you need to understand, we were offered tests. America was offered the testing. We need tests because people like me are taking rent. I have to tell my tenants if they've been exposed. I have to stop my tenants from coming down my hallway if I test positive. My child will already have had it because she's been with me the whole time. I'm sure she had a little fever for 2 days as well. And if you voted for Trump, you voted for this. So what I'm saying is, please do not vote for Trump again. No, I'm just kidding. But as a psychic, now I will tell you as a psychic, because I know a lot of you are concerned. A lot of people are going to die. This is just how it is. In a way, this has really reset some of our problems. The Earth had about 10 years before global warming was going to make it, to the point where we couldn't live here anymore. We have bought ourselves time by having this pandemic and locking down our cities. We've bought ourselves time. We've bought nature another round. We've bought a lot of chances to change. We've bought a lot of new chances to change. You guys have to vote for change. You have to fix it. We have to change now, and we will. And in some ways, last night I was doing some meditation because I'm very sick. And my spirit guides were like, look, and I hope someone might hear this and feel better. Yes, Mario, I know. Sometimes the path that is in the highest good is the hardest path. Sometimes the path that is meant to be is the hardest one, is the hardest path. So in some ways we're going through that right now. We're taking a big hit, and we will continue to, and I cannot get tested. I'm frustrated. I've already made a will. I've made a will, just in case. Thank you. I've made a will. And in some ways, then, this is going to lead to huge change. And America is historically very slow to change. So this was kind of the kick in the butt that we need. But understand that I'm being denied because of Trump, because he did not take the test. We do not have enough tests, and they cannot test me. That said, if I go to the ER and I don't have it, what if I get it? On the other hand, you can see that, you can hear it in my voice. I can feel it. You can hear it in my breathing. Look, I mean, even this looks swollen. And I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. So I am documenting this as the single mother struggle to get tested for COVID, since that's the most likely culprit right now. Normally it would be like, okay, we'll take a flu swab, we'll do this, whatever. But this is the most likely culprit. Oh, I don't have asthma, but if I can go to Hollywood Presbyterian and get tested, that would be great. The thing is, I have tenants. I am the property manager. I can't risk them coming to my door with their rent check. That's another thing. LA has not done anything for renters. We already helped with the mortgages, but we haven't helped with renters. So my poor tenants are going to struggle through this. They can't, y'all, I'm telling you, I was super careful. I was so careful, and I still got it. I'm pretty sure this is what I have. Now, on Monday, I have another doctor appointment for a second opinion, and then he will decide whether I get approved for testing. I was told there's no other options for me, even though I am a single mom, and I am a, property manager. Unless I go to the ER or call 911. I was told by the woman to call 911. So, anyway. But I'm not worried about me getting hurt. I'm really not. I know I'm gonna get through it. Why? Because I'm psychic. I already know I'm gonna survive. I'm suffering, but I'll survive. What I don't know is whether the old man in 207 is going to survive. Because if it's already on me, it's gonna be everywhere in my, in the property. I probably got it from somewhere in the property, Thanks, Amy. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any access to testing, because I do not want to wait till Monday. And then even if I wait till Monday, I go in, I get it, I still will be another 10 days until they give me the results. And people are paying rent now. You know, people are paying rent now. So, anyway, I had to get on to talk about my struggle about trying to get tested and, you know, the fact that Trump has put in these restrictions through the CDC for us to not be able to qualify to get tested. And the numbers you're seeing are not real. They're not real. They are deflated. Okay, they're very much deflated. The real is that thousands of people are getting rejected for testing. The real is that I sit here begging for a test for COVID. I call every outlet, I call my doctor multiple times, and I'm still not getting the test because we're running out. Sue, I am a property manager, so I would need to inform my tenants if they've been exposed. I would also not be able to take rent. I have no medical necessity not to take rent or do my job right now because I do not have the diagnosis. The diagnosis is the key to getting my tenants properly taken care of without me. Anyway, I will also talk about what the predictions are for this, I guess, because normally, look, I have talked about my predictions that there would be a depression. I've talked about that. I don't think I talked about it much on here. I talked about it among my peers, among my friends. I've talked about the depression that was coming. I didn't know why it was coming, but I knew there was going to be a depression. I will tell you that the depression's not going to last very long. We will bounce back because I was right about the depression. I'm going to go ahead and make this prediction. We will bounce back by the end of January 2021. We will be going full speed ahead. That doesn't mean we're going to be as, you know, abundant as we were, but we were working off of, you know, a foundation that wasn't secure. This time we are going to have a better foundation. Hopefully we will not ever allow Trump to come back and do this again, so hopefully we will vote him out, but I am too scared to read on that, so I haven't yet. But we will have a full speed ahead by January 2021. I know that I will survive this, although I will struggle for the next few days, because I know what is coming for me in April. I feel a lot of the quarantines will be lifted by the end of April. Now, whether that's safe or not, I can't tell you. But if I'm already gotten this, you know, and I was absolutely 100%, you know, safe. I followed all the rules. I did the quarantine early. I took my child out of school before it even closed. I did the hand washing, the whatever, and I still got it. The likelihood is that everyone's going to get it, and they'll eventually, you know, as we kind of flatten the curve, it's just we're going to lift up restrictions around the end of April 2020, right? April. Around then is when we'll see a lot of these restrictions lifted. Some countries have actually gone back to normal. Christy says, my mom, she was at the AR, and I'm telling you, Christy, that's exactly what's happening. Well, they said I should call 911 and that I should go to the ER. The problem is that I directly affect the fate of like 50 people. Okay, the 50 people who live in my complex. That's why I do feel that I should have testing. Obviously, I'm also a single mom. And so I am very frustrated, and I'm here to vent my frustration and to show you all this stuff that I went through already to try to get tested, and they still haven't given me the test. And I will continue to tell you guys about this because I'm frustrated. I'm sick. I'm not happy. So, but on the other hand, we will be having like a I will tell you that things will start to open up again, I think around the end of April. And then we will have full speed ahead on our economy around January 2021, the end of January 2021. Now is the time for change. Do not let this happen again. It was Trump who stopped us from having the tests. It's literally They literally put the CDC guideline in there so that I can't get tested. Not to say that I could have something else. I mean, look at this. You can see the swelling in my throat. You can see it literally. So it could be something else, but I can't go to the ER because I could get it there. If it's not that, I'll get it there. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere I can go. There's nothing I can do. And my doctor wants to screen me before I even go in. So I'm sorry, you guys need to make change. This is time for change. It's time to keep some of this environment clean. We finally got a clean environment. It's time to vote for people who will make change. And look, we were all able to work from home. Look, a lot of us, not all of us. A lot of people were able to work from home when they said we couldn't. This stuff needs to stay in place. And here is the struggle of a single mom trying to get tested for COVID, who has the fate of literally an entire apartment complex in her hands. And see, I look like shit. Why? Because I'm sick. Anyway, so I just came on to talk about that. And I also, yeah, exactly, if I go to the ER, I may not get tested. It might be something else, and then I risk bringing it. So that's the problem. I need my doctor to test me because if I have it, it's a relief because then I can stop being so crazy about sanitizing. I would be able to know whether I put other people at risk or not. This is why the testing is important. Also, they're reporting only 1,000 cases in LA. Not a chance, you guys. Not a chance there's only 1,000. There's thousands that have been declined for testing or considered bronchial, that they were bronchial problems, okay? We're having deaths because of the bronchial infections, and then they're calling it that. It's COVID, guys. Anyway. I did Gilgamesh. Okay, so, but in other news, you know, restrictions will be lifted around end of April for most people, maybe mid-May. And then also we will have an economic recovery by January 2021. Before that, just hang in there, guys. It's going to be a little bit rough waters. I've been predicting the depression. I think I've told you guys about it. And if I didn't tell you about it, it's because I don't like talking about sad shit. I don't like talking about this stuff. But I want it documented and known that I am trying to get tested. And they are in every form that I have been declined, and that I'm struggling to get tested. Exactly, Christy. Look, they had people in New York that came in for abdominal pain or a car accident and ended up having COVID. So, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, Angel. Oh, yeah. See, and I don't normally talk about that kind of stuff. I try not to do the doom and gloom stuff. Because, look, every doom and gloom, there is always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said, my spirit guide said to me, sometimes the hardest path is the right path. Sometimes what is in the highest good of all is the hardest thing for all to do. And what is in your highest good and what is in our highest good as a community, as Americans, is sometimes triggered by the hardest days of our lives, okay? So luckily we will see a lot of positive change. There's going to be an overall positive outcome from this in the way that we're going to have big changes in healthcare, big changes in so many things that have been needing change. You guys know we were built on an unstable foundation. You guys know we were built on an unstable, economy. So this is going to change lots of things for us. So we're kind of, it sucks, yes, and we're going to have a lot of losses and it's going to be very hard. But in the end, it's going to be that moment where we go, oh, that's when things finally changed for us. When we finally got healthcare, when we finally got this. So anyway, oh, thank you guys. Yeah, but Angel, it would change mine because I am a property manager. I don't have a medical necessity not to take the rent checks right now. I don't have the medical necessity not to do the work orders right now. So I need it. I need the medical necessity, okay? Look at this. You can see that in my throat. Something's wrong. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I just wanted to complain about not getting tested. I just wanted to tell you that things will get better. And if you're going through the same kind of thing, expect this to kind of ease up in end of April 2020. and expect the economy to do mostly fully recovered around, well, mostly recovering. I guess it's going to be full speed ahead by January 2021. Take this time now. If you have anything, well, I better not give you bad advice, but hey, take this time now to invest because everything's going to crash. I mean, everything's crashing. It would be about 2 months till we see the real, like, strong effects of the crash. So the housing prices will dip, everything will dip, and it would be time for that. Anyway, yeah, I know, and I don't necessarily think that I'm even gonna get to the point of a ventilator. I also have asthma masks here because my kid has asthma, so I have asthma treatment. I have a lot of extra too. I have a lot of like breathing things for asthma, so I don't think I'm gonna need to go to the hospital. But the problem is that when I'm not tested, I don't have a reason to tell my company that I can't take rent this month, that I need to quarantine my little hallway. Like I can't tell them, oh, I can't do maintenance requests. It's not okay. It's really not okay. I need to get tested. And we have I would be so much better off if I knew. That way I don't have to keep going crazy about sanitizing. I went to the grocery store the other day and I came home and I had to give me and my child a full body bath, a full body shower, sorry. And why? Because I can't go anywhere without my child because I'm a single mom. There's no way for me to get care or leave her here while I go grocery shopping so that only one of us is at risk. So we both get at risk. We both have to go shower. We both have to do all the sanitizing. And trust me, I've been sanitizing and I still have it. So, not gonna be all the way out there, but I better tell you, I think there's more of this that's airborne than they say. Obviously, I have been saying that I think it's more airborne than they're saying. They're saying it's not that airborne. Oh, wash your hands, wash your hands. Honestly, it's more airborne, I think so, because I've been washing my hands, and so have the doctors, and they're still getting it. So anyway. Okay, I just wanted to come on and talk about that and talk about the fact that I can't get medical care. I have been self-isolating. I've been isolated for longer than was required by my city. I've been isolating for over a week before that. So, and I did everything right. I did everything right. I did absolutely everything. And it just sucks. Was this whole situation planned? In my opinion, and I haven't read on it because I'm a little frightened to read on it, but in my opinion, which is just from perspective, is I do believe that they do work on, they do work on coronavirus and viruses in Wuhan, and it's completely possible that it just accidentally got out of the facility. But some people think it's biological, warfare or something for population control. I'm not a huge subscriber of those things, but I'll tell you, I really try to stay away from the negative side of humanity as much as I can, because if I really looked into it, it would be cripplingly depressing, don't you think? So from the beginning, though, I've said I think it's more airborne than people are saying. It's definitely airborne. It's not. It's it's not gonna. I mean, it is helpful to wash your hands and put it off for what 2 3 days, 3 weeks, but you'll eventually get it. So the real thing is staying inside will just flatten the curve, so it'll make sure that the hospital bed is available if I have to go to the hospital. Which at this point, I have no idea if I'm gonna get that bad. I think because I'm on day 7. I'm on day 7 right now. I think I won't have to go because even with this virus, like the 7th day is supposed to be the peak of the problem, right? If it's not a virus, if it continues after that, I actually have antibiotics already, so I will take those, and it could be something else because as you can see, I'm inflamed here. But still, how would I have gotten something else? Because I was so careful. I was careful with my sanitizing, washing my hands, nonstop, everything. And so I just don't see that it could have been something else because nothing else has such a long incubation period and nothing else is quite as airborne. And I was very, very careful about washing. Yeah, they didn't want us to use the mask. It doesn't make sense not to use the mask. At least that helps And in the 1918 flu pandemic, which we also had one then that killed more people than in World War II, then they actually made people wear masks or they arrested them. So I'm not sure why we didn't. Of course, it's been around before January. This was reported in China in December. Actually, it was November 14th, I think, that they had the first case. But I have been following it from the beginning. So, this is the first time that China reacted so strongly. I want to point out, since you guys are talking about it, I want to point out that when China had SARS, they fudged the numbers and they kept it quiet for 4 months before they took action. In this case, it was less than a month from the first case to the taking action of building the facilities and building the extra hospitals and stuff. And so, in my opinion, China did a great job. China did a fantastic job. Right when they found out it was out, they reported it. They put out all the, emergency stuff. They quarantined everything they could. And this is the best you get when you have a large city. That's the best you get, really. And they did not hide it this time. Or rather, they didn't hide it for very long. Yeah, November 17th, exactly. So they really went from November 17th to December 17th. There were already facilities put in place. There were already quarantines put in place. That's the fastest any government could go. But our government is failing us. They are not providing the tests. Even China provided the tests. Even China did it. And we have not. We haven't provided the tests. Right now, I have a fever. I'm very sick. And I am not, and they've declined me for testing multiple times. So, um, I don't think it was back in October. I think it started in November. I do think, maybe it did get out. It was an accident, but China did react the right way this time. SARS, they took 4 months to even admit they had a problem. So I just want to put that in perspective. And SARS wasn't half as deadly, literally half as deadly as this one. So once I saw that they were taking it that seriously, I already knew we would too. Because China doesn't shut down for anyone. China does not shut down their economy for their people unless they're gonna die. Even us, we don't shut down the economy for nothing. That's how you knew it was not a hoax. Japan shut down Disneyland Japan. That's how, when Disneyland shuts down, you know there's higher ups saying you have to shut down the country. We don't shut down for nothing. It never has been nothing. So anyway, here I am, sick, can't get tested. Fuck you, Trump. Please do not vote for Trump. Please vote for change. We desperately need change. We need a government that has a pandemic response team. Trump fired the pandemic response team. Here I am with the fate of people's hands in my hands, and I can't get tested. So this is my struggle. Anyways, guys, don't worry though. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Technically, I will tell you as a psychic, things will get better. It's not going to be that long. I think even 2008, we probably had a recession for a year and a half. This is going to be a little bit shorter, actually. This will be full speed ahead, I think, around January 2021. Now I say full speed ahead, but it could be starting from a low area. But again, this is a depression, not a recession. And we needed it because we were built on bullshit. So we were built on a structure that doesn't work. And that's why it has collapsed easily. And will continue to collapse, hopefully. And hopefully we will have the change that is needed. So anyway, I'm going to go lay down. I will still be doing psychic readings. As you can see, I can stay upright for that. So if you need a psychic reading, I'm totally down. I love to do these markers in the readings. And I'm sending you all good vibes. Please hope that I can get tested. I need to get tested. And then, I guess I'll see you guys in 14 days. So, I'm a property manager, so I need to get tested so that I don't expose my tenants, and I need the paperwork so that I can say, here, I can't take rent, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I know there's people out. I'm telling you, there was like a car accident this morning, and I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, so actually, I went to my doctor and they declined. I went to the Los Angeles Health Medical Care. They said, here's the requirements. You don't meet them because CDC implemented some rule because of Trump. And they declined. And they said the best thing to do, because I have all the symptoms, is call 911 or go to the ER. So I have another second opinion doctor on Monday. By then, hopefully, I'm recovered because I am on the 7th day. And then I won't have to worry. I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about my tenants. So, anyway. Alright, guys, I'm off. I just wanted to take you through this and share where I'm at. I have the fever. It's bad. But I do think it's like a severe cold so far. It's not like, I mean, I am still functional in some ways, so a little bit tired, a little bit achy, but functional. So yeah. Okay, guys, I'm off. Thanks for bearing with me here. I'm just documenting this so that everyone can see it when, you know, so that maybe they can use it. The single mother struggle to try and get tested. I will talk to you guys later, and don't, wow, thanks, Deanne. I'm really sick, so I never look too sick, do I? Alright, I'll talk to you soon.